Welcome to Lindemann Outdoors. Join Buckshot and Iceman Lindemann as they celebrate God's beautiful creation through fishing, hunting, and outdoor adventures. It's time to fill the freezer and enjoy the great outdoors the way it was meant to be. Well, folks, we are back. Blowing up the internet, post after post. And this one I have some words to respond to our haters before we get into our very educational and serious topic about archery releases. There's one thing I will not stand for. You can comment about how we're fat. You can comment that we love cookies, that maybe we weigh down a boat more than the random person. But to this comment right here that says all of our turkey hunts are guided. We would be unsuccessful turkey hunting and fishing without guides. I say to you, sir, read the receipts. Boom, 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 boom. There's 50,000 photos of every turkey, every fish, deer. This is
holy.
You can comment about my looks all day long.
Oh.
You cannot disrespect my turkey killing abilities. So,
some
viewers,
dirty SOB said that we only use guided hunts and we wouldn't be successful without them.
Yep, and fishing, that we only use guides.
First of all, we are the guides, dumbass. I bring tons of people fishing every year. I've guided tons of people fishing.
The thing is, they leave this comment on a video that's, one, we're a comedic outdoor podcast that gives a little bit of hints and tips and tricks.
We want to drop a little knowledge on you and entertain you along the way.
Our personal experience of our successes over the years. You can comment a lot of hate. One thing I will not stand for is saying I use a guide.
Jesus, I thought they said something about your wife, and I was like, I tell you what, people. Those of you that are calling us fat, and I thought they were smack talking about our women, whatever. I'd be like, I will meet you anywhere in this country, any parking lot, and I tell you what, if you can kick my ass, I'll give you $100. But if I kick yours, you're giving me 1,000. Now, that should be an easy bet for you because, I'm so fat and blah, blah, blah. And here's how it goes when you're a big guy. Everybody picks on the fat kid till it's time to get in a bar fight. And then they're like, oh, please help me. Oh, my God, help me. I'm losing.
What I have to say is, I think we're just going to have to, just go, read the receipts. Go on, comment your bench press, comment your squat, comment your deadlift, comment your whatever you think you can do, and then we'll go band for band.
I guarantee our team can beat your team.
Pick a sport: basketball, football. We
will assemble our boys, and we will meet you anywhere. You want to have a weightlifting competition? You don't think we got people on the team that can beat you at that, including ourselves?
One, I know a world record holder.
Yeah, we got him. He's our boy. Oh, you want to have a little jiu-jitsu match? Trust me.
We got that too, buddy.
We got that too.
So that's what I want to say. You can comment all the hate you want.
Hire a guide.
Hiring a guide, that's where I take offense.
Oh my God. This is
also if you're going to leave a comment about that, maybe scroll a little bit on the Instagram page.
Yeah, what part of the video of me having the calls in my mouth and the turkeys coming running in and us shooting them does he think is guided?
The photos of multiple different animals, species of deer and fish and turkeys and whatnot, whatever have you, post it. If you're not gonna, if you're gonna comment, at least do your homework.
I can't believe
I will say,
can't believe this.
The bass fishing community. This would be another short. The bass fishing community is much better at writing down hate comments. Way more creative, way more intelligent, way better writers than the golfing community. The golfing community is like, you're fat, golfing's so much fun. Bass fishermen are like, let me do some expertise and really get in your brain. Like, these are good. These are hilarious.
Hold
But
on here. This episode, I think we're scrapping it. It was going to be archery releases. Screw that. Once again, bringing you your favorite podcast episode. We're going to read some hate comments and respond to our haters. Yes, I love this one. Yeah, I'm pumped up.
let's
Steady.
let's go to TikTok first, because that's where we get our
TikTok.
Let's go to we get,
Hold on.
not as many views.
Hold on, you got ahead of me here. You're rolling without me. Do you want me to be on this podcast or what, Jacob? Jeez, is this a solo one? You gotta let me talk here. You gotta let me talk here, son. Number one. First of all, this guided thing. Why didn't you tell me this ahead of time? I haven't even had time to be mad about this. It hasn't even processed yet. I mean, that hurts. I mean, I don't care. You can call me fat all day long, but geez, telling me that I hire a guide. Now, will I hire a guide someday? Yeah, probably.
Have we hired? I think I've only been with one guided trip, and that was salmon fishing in Lake Spear, which
now that was different because we needed a boat. So we chartered a boat, and the boat comes with a captain.
Which, stellar captain.
Yep.
That was a blast.
So, we did do that. That was the only time. But anyway,
I've ever seen a guide.
Holy shnikes, that is some hate of we hire guides. Wow. But back to your comment about the golfers. This shows that I was right. They're a bunch of little whiners.
At least the bass, fishing community puts a little effort into their comments.
Now, hold on here.
Good puns and jokes.
I want to elaborate on this. First of all, number one, comedy podcast. We are here for entertainment. We're going to say some stuff to be funny and to get a rise out of you. Okay? Number one.
I didn't think we had to explain our jokes.
Yeah, but we do.
Said, if they ain't hitting the frog, go home, pet your dog. That just rhymes.
That's the only reason I said that. Plus, I was petting my dog at that time, and I love my dog, so And I love catching bass on a frog. So those two things. And what we said was that we prefer to catch them on a frog. That is our favorite way to catch them. We didn't say that your way is dumb or it's the only way. You have to listen to what we say. Okay?
Other ways are more effective.
We literally said that.
Topwater is probably one of the lower effectiveness when it comes to bass fishing, but is it the most fun in our opinion? Hell yeah.
Yep. It's a time of year thing too. Like the water's got to heat up, everything's got to be right, and when it happens, it's magical. It's magical.
And also, we don't bass fish. Really, we only bass fish for once or twice a year.
We like to, but
it's fun. It's the most. I would say it's fighting a bass is really fun, but we fish walleyes, crappies.
We're freezer fillers.
Fish. We're freezer fillers, and that's just the thing is if you're gonna hate, that's fine. But do your
okay. Let's try to quit talking over top of each other, Jacob. We're all fired up. We're all excited. Damn it! I'm mad. I am more angry than a legless Ethiopian watching a donut roll down a hill. I'll tell you what. I'm upset.
Hey, this Joseph Vincent, he must be one of our most followers.
Damn, we're calling out people by name.
Receipts here. I think he said this before on our last one. Maybe I'm wrong, but he says podcast equipment needs to be more expensive.
Dude,
it is expensive.
Yep. And also, Joe, I got a lot of money. Okay, money ain't gonna stop me. I don't like to say that to people. I've never said that to anybody, but I was an electrician by trade my whole life. I know how to work. I know how to do things with my hands. I have skills. They pay me for those skills. It doesn't matter what it costs. If we want to do it, we'll figure out a way and we'll buy it. So, Thanks for your comment.
Yeah. This next one says you should stop fishing immediately and go to the gym.
Where's the gym? Is the gym this way? Is it? Oh, this don't have the definition that I once had. Maybe it's because I'm 50 years old. Boom. There it is. There's my answer to the gym.
Okay.
Too busy. I can't go to the gym. I'm too busy dragging deer out and reeling in walleyes. That's where you get these arms from, is reeling in walleyes.
You know, this next
There
one
it
I think
is.
is actually a good discussion topic, which Facebook and YouTube has ruined topwater. That ain't a bass in a million mile of my place that would hit a frog nowadays. Which, I want to say quickly, Rob, I'm sorry that bass in your area won't hit a frog. That's deeply saddening to me. I'm sad that you can't experience the joy of a bass.
He's not wrong, though.
He's not wrong. I mean, there's not a lot. It's
He's
got
not
all
wrong.
together for a topwater bite. But it's
Hold
natural
on.
when it happens.
Here we go, Jacob. You're going to make this into a short because I'm once again going to blow up the internet because apparently I have the TNT for the internet. Has YouTube ruined hunting and fishing by showing showing everyone how to hunt and fish even better and promoting it to the point where there's so many people out there now that it's ruined the sport? Has YouTube and Instagram ruined hunting?
Let us know.
Let us know. There's people that have said that OnX has ruined hunting. There's people that said hunting public has ruined hunting by showing people that you can hunt public land.
One thing the hunting public has shown is that it takes a while to get a deer.
Right.
They put in the hard work, man.
Well, and they do, and we love the hunting public. The other thing that it shows is that it's not all about the killing. It's about having fun with your buddies and going places and doing things and trying to get out there. I grew up hunting public land. Yes, it is unfortunate when other people beat you out to your spot. We've talked about bro code before, about how, public land spots, or there's an ethics that go along with hunting on public land, but that's another podcast for another time. But yeah, he's not wrong with this post. So I will give you, I'll give you props to that, my friend. You're not wrong. But like we said, you will catch them bass on a swim bait. So
you'll catch them on a swim bait, wacky worm, Texas rig,
Kill 'em.
drop shot.
All kinds of ways. Buzz baits, Ned rigs.
The whopper.
Heck, you can throw out you can throw out a live shiner with a big old bobber on there and catch them things. But anyway, next.
This next one says, this one says, who told this goober that a podcast was a good idea? Your mom. Next comment. Fishing should be fun. You should do it however you like. We agree. I like this one. You should
100%.
do it however you like. We recommend a frog if you can experience it, because once you do, it kind of ruins you.
It does.
And as growing up, I was like, oh, swim bait, wacky worm. That's how you do it. That's how you catch them. That's how you get the big ones. That's awesome.
I got a buddy.
I was like, my dad was like, throw a frog, dude. It's pretty lit. And I was like, okay, I'll try. I threw one onto a lily pad, and I just bounced it off the lily pad, and boom! Big water explosion came flying out of there, and I was hooked.
I got a buddy that would tell you, shout out Steve Powers, that a Johnson silver minnow is the only way to catch bass. Or a blue Rapala or a black and silver one. I mean, we all have our way that we like to catch them. That was the point of that podcast. Is that, but for us, it's frog or go home and pet your dog.
Yeah. This next one, Rob, he gets it. This guy gets it. He goes, I would throw a frog over 20 feet of water if I knew they would hit. Hell yeah.
Amen, brother.
Hell yeah,
Amen, Rob.
Now let's go to Instagram, where apparently this is where all the haters live. Which, by the way, thank you for 71.5 thousand views on this.
That one's at 71,000 views.
As of we're recording this, that's what it's at.
Good Lord.
Yesterday.
And I love when people disagree with us, and the only thing they can say is, you're fat. You're fat. Oh, yeah, well, you're fat. Okay. Well, first of all, buddy, we've been over this. The reason I'm fat It's because every time I leave your mom's house, she keeps giving me cookies. Okay? And obviously, you can tell by looking at me, I've been there a lot.
This next one, I think, just sums up a certain type of person so well. Topwater fly is superior to all fishing. So I think they're going fly fishing here, which fly
Sure.
fishing is the equivalent to golf, is the equivalent to having a sweater tied across your shoulders, is the equivalent to driving a Prius. Fly fishing is equal to saying, "Oh, I can't have caribou because I'm a Starbucks main. Go get coffee wherever you want. Put your fly fishing away. Go get a daredevil."
Fly fishing elitist. You know the best way to catch trout is you get one of these bobbers that's transparent. It's this white plastic that you can see, transparent plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put a split shot with a hook and a worm. You'll catch every trout in that stream and really make the fly fisherman mad.
Or a little five of diamonds, treble hook, daredevil.
They work well too.
You know,
Map spinner. They really
Something
get mad at
shiny.
you with those.
which
Yeah.
if you're fly fishing and you think you're better than everyone else, I'm sorry, you're not.
Go home. Nobody likes you. Well, now we're being haters. No, I don't. I like you, Mr. Fly Fisherman. You do you. It's America. Next hater, please.
Well, this next one's not so much of a hater. Logan Green gets it. He goes, "This is the best way to catch bass, not the only," which is
What
the
we said.
point of the reel. It's not
Yes.
the only way. It's not the best way, but it's the most fun.
Get to the people that call us fat, Jacob. I like
This one, Josh Hashkin says, "Tubby over here," laughing face.
Tubby. Yeah, like I said, everybody makes fun of the fat kid till you're in a bar fight, and then they're screaming for you to help them.
T-man _52. "I don't take advice from two grown men who don't understand a caloric deficit."
What is caloric? What is deficit? What do these words mean?
Everyone
It's
knows
called-
the basic laws of thermodynamics, buddy. You want
Yep.
to get into physics and biology.
Yeah,
Brought
you,
that the wrong
you think we're dumb? That's interesting. Just because
Fighting
we
a 5-pounder on a spinning rod and light line is a lot more fun than wrenching a 5-pounder with a broomstick and 65-pound braid.
right, you are, Ken.
You are. But also, I use a spinning rod and put some heavy ass line on there because when they get stuck in the weeds, I'm pulling everything in the boat.
Right, you are, Ken. For years, I went and bought a little ultralight rod, and that's why I still have that rod.
It's a
Little
great rod. I saw
ugly,
that rod.
yep, ugly stick ultralight rod that I fish walleyes with. Because when you catch a, 5-pounder on, like you said, on light line and a little ultralight rod, it's pretty awesome.
Yep. This one says, Dante the Destroyer. "Listen, if you have to visually see your lure get eaten for you to know there's a fish, you got to get better at fishing. And I say to you, sir, look at these 50 fish photos I just put up."
First of all, cool name, Dante, the Destroyer.
I don't know if that's your legal
Props.
name. I hope it is.
I hope it is your real name because your parents are awesome. We love them. Way to
This
go.
one says, not William Sturrett, says, "You're just wrong, bruh."
Bruh. But bruh, you're wrong, bruh.
Go back to your frat house and call it a day.
To quote one of my favorite songs, right, I can't remember a time that I was ever goddamn wrong. Of course I'm right. Geez, Zeddy.
Said he can't stand the hate comments.
You can't. It's okay, Zeddy. We won't let the haters get to us. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're not
Down to Earth NE says, "Jude doesn't know anything about bass fishing. Let me know when you can catch a 10-pounder in the bottom of 32 feet of water with a paddle tail swim bait."
First of all,
Okay.
we do that all the time.
Cool. The 110-pound, I mean, to be honest, is not like we don't.
Well, I've never caught a 10-pound bass, to be honest with you. I think like 5 or 6 pounds is the biggest. I've never weighed them.
I caught that 7-pounder with a wacky worm in like 20 feet, and I dropped it all the way to the bottom
Yep.
when I was like 7. It was, Having
Yeah,
common makes sense, but
it's hard to. Yeah, we didn't exactly weigh that, but it was around
I'd say
that
it's
area,
6'7". It wasn't huge, but it was big.
5 to 7 pound range
Yeah.
for sure.
D Bean 777. Gotta give this guy some props here. One bass on the surface is worth 10 under it, but I'd rather
Damn.
put on the old crawdad than get skunked and go home.
Ooh.
Hey, you know, he
Ooh.
props, sir.
Yeah.
Crawdad,
Crawdad.
go
I
D
like
Bean.
it. I like it. That's awesome as
Tub of
well.
lard has never used a spinnerbait.
Bullshit.
Spinnerbait.
Which one of us is Tubalard? Is that me?
I mean, I feel like
Yeah, I
I'm
probably am.
more
God
of a
dang it.
tube of lard than a tub.
I look more, most of my shirts look like sausage casings on me, but, sure.
Okay.
I do too use spinner baits.
Stop drinking your Diet Coke and chill out.
First of all, it's just a Diet Coke can filled with Crown Royal because I didn't want to drink on camera. I'm drinking because all you guys call me fat. I hope you're happy.
Try a 6-inch glide bait, pal. Whopper Plopper's been a cheat code for years. Okay.
Ooh. I'm
More
with you.
about those, big old frogs. But if you ask me, I'm gonna make a shirt that says "Big old frog."
Big old frog.
I don't know how you can read it in that accent, but it's got to say "Big old."
That's
frog.
100% what he's saying.
Yeah.
You hush. I like the dude that said when I made the comment of if they're not biting on a frog, you go home and pet your dog. He's like, that should be a T-shirt. You know what? I agree, sir.
I can make it a T-shirt. This one from Glide Bait Nate which did some homework here. Ain't a bass bigger than 2 pounds posted on either of y'all's page. Great advice. Stick to walleyes, boys. No hate, just providing the reaction y'all are fishing for. This
That a
guy
boy.
gets it. We
He
get it.
gets it.
Shout out to Glide Bait Nate. Well, it's also the lake we bass fish in once a year.
Is
It's
2 pounds is a big bass on that
that's all
lake.
they got in there, which we catch
Yeah.
hundreds of them. It's fun
But thanks to you, sir, our mission now is to get a big bass.
to get a 3-pounder.
We will do it just for you.
Also from Glide Bait Nate, this guy's a real hero here. Learn how to fish big baits and thank me later. Topwater is fun, but big bait, big bite fishing is the best hands down. Anyone saying you should only fish one way is flat out a long cut. We're gonna bleep out this word because it's not nice anymore.
He might be onto something there. We'll try that, sir. We've never done that before, but it sounds like fun.
Hey, we're just saying a frog bite.
He's right though, because like I've used big baits for big walleyes before, because sometimes big fish won't expend the energy. You want to talk about caloric deficit there, Mr. Other Hater? You get a big fish, they won't expend the energy to chase a smaller bait because, they're like, all right, this bigger bait, there's more calories in there, therefore there's more bang for my buck. So sometimes they'll go after that more. So to your point, right on.
We have a lot of love also.
Well, should we share the love? Maybe this will be our podcast title, Sharing the Love and Hate from our viewers.
So we got
Love-hate relationship?
from Kaysen, definitely the best way to catch bass.
Right on, brother. Right on.
I'm from Florida, so this is how it should only be done ever. I completely
Dang.
understand. Do what you gotta do, everyone else.
Dang, son.
I only catch my buckets, topwater all day, every day. Actually, night mostly, which I've never tried.
Ooh, that would be exciting.
Yeah.
We're chasing that thrill, son. We like that. We're all about that adrenaline rush. You're probably going to say, no, you're about your insulin rush, fatty. Go eat a cookie. If I had some cookies at home.
Today, trying to tell me how to fish. We're not telling you how to fish. We're telling you how to have the most fun fishing. We could have a whole podcast about how to catch a bass. It'd be really easy because bass fishing is not hard.
Throwing shade.
These guys need to hit the gym. Okay. We need
Yeah,
to hit the gym. Tell us
need
when
to-
and where. We'll show up. We'll have a lift off.
Yeah, what do we need to be bigger? Good God.
I gotta stop. I was told to stop working out, so I fit into my wedding suit.
Mm-hmm.
Which they'll take that as stop
Just
eating
because
so
you're
much
fat.
Oreos. I love Oreos.
Everybody's. Yeah, I'll never stop eating Oreos.
Oreos to the day. Top water bites are fun, but you have to add to your arsenal. 10 years ago, I would have laughed you out of the boat if I seen you throwing a wacky rig or drop shot, but now you can look in my rod box and find them plus a Tokyo rig too, which, understandably, but
Ooh, Tokyo rig. We actually had a buddy of ours catch some walleyes using a Tokyo rig. And that, you are right, sir. It was, we had some finicky biting fish, and that helped him land a rather large walleye. So we will take your advice and we will use it, sir. Thank you.
this one's from Violent Dog. Bass fishing keeps the hands and arms busy. That's why I catfish so I can drink the case of Miller Lite I have in the cooler.
Hell
Every once
yeah,
in a while, I'll
brother.
toss a jig for a bass when I need more bait.
Yeah.
He gets it.
He gets it.
Which someone says lame shirt. You're just saying that because you didn't think of it.
My OnlyFans shirt?
Yeah, it's
Whatever. That shirt is awesome.
They should
Everybody
start
loves it.
requiring a license to make a podcast.
Okay.
I'll fill it out.
Yeah, you want to add it to the rest of the licenses that I already have? For all kinds of stuff that you don't even know about?
They don't like topwater up north. Yes, they do.
Yes, we do. I love how the North and South rivalry is still going strong. How many times we love the Dukes of Hazzard? We love the South. Ugh. I have friends from the South.
Alex Subject says Bro only fishes Walmart ponds. Are there fish in the Walmart ponds?
What,
Where are these Walmart ponds full of fish?
dude? Tell me more.
Drop an addy, buddy.
I'm in on the Walmart ponds. I didn't know they had fish in them.
Low Water Guides says the only true ways to fish is with a fly rod, or at least a lure/fly you made. Okay, Mr. Elitist.
Yeah, whatever.
So this one is where it's giving China emissions, says. And how many turkeys do you kill unguided? I bet it's no birds.
Oh,
And I said, wrong tree to be barking up, pal.
see these?
And then he comments, nah, Gibbs, I only use my classic slate with 3.5 loads. Blinds only 2. Well, first off, sir, we bow hunt. Didn't do your homework. Go watch the recent video of us smoking 2 turkeys by ourselves with 1 bow. His next comment was he wants
Hold on.
wants to sit here and tell me how to bass fish, but I'm saying running and gunning is the only way to bird hunt. He doesn't really look like he does much of that, just a whole lot of sitting and not seeing stuff.
Oh my God. First
Which
of
I'm
all,
like,
the reason I don't run and gun turkeys because it's not fair. It's not a challenge.
shotgun hunting
I
and
went out
turkeys.
west and yeah, shotgun is way too easy to kill turkeys. I can kill. First of all, I've run and gun turkeys. I've hunted without decoys. I've called them in. I got a double on Merriam's out in western South Dakota in the Black Hills, running up and down, running and gunning. Called in 6 gobblers, took 2 of them out of the flock. Actually, I shot doubles back-to-back years out there. We just don't like to brag, is why we don't talk about all that stuff. Instead, we're trying to help all you people how to get your turkeys, because we want to share the success, is what we want to do.
And also, my last 3 turkeys, I've been with a bow only.
Yep.
Have I
Guided.
shot turkeys with a shotgun? Yes. Will I do it again? Yes. But it's too easy.
Yep. And I
Especially
know.
if you're shooting TSS 3.5 out of a 12 gauge. They only gotta get to 70 yards of you.
And when I use a shotgun, I don't even use a 12 gauge. I use a 20 gauge. So what do you got to
Insert
say?
video of you holding your phone while using a shotgun.
Yeah,
Here's how to shoot a turkey.
because I didn't have I literally had the phone like this, and the shotgun sitting here. I was only holding it with one arm, sighting down.
Oh boy.
People, tell you what, Guided hunts. That's a low blow. Call me fat. Call my dog ugly.
Well, Zeddy's not ugly. That's a little too far.
Well, I would still fight these people over this, but saying that we use guided hunts,
Specifically turkeys?
Sir. Please. Please, please, please.
This guy says, practice some love. I hear him, though. I do top water unless they aren't hitting it at all. And sometimes I just go home instead of changing if they're not hitting top water. Not as fun. He gets it.
Yeah. And also, that's a joke. Anybody that's ever fished with me knows that I will keep you out on the lake until I do not go home.
It doesn't matter how many fish you caught. You're tired. You're burnt. Whatever.
I will stay out there and fish and keep fishing and fish some more.
This guy sits all day on a John boat eating Cheetos and drinking Mountain Dew.
First of all,
what do you got against the Cheetos?
I love Cheetos. I never have them because I know they're bad for you, so I don't eat them. But I like them, and Mountain Dew is good too, especially when you're tired. You've been turkey hunting a lot. You're on like that day 5 of turkey hunting, and you're trying to get your butt up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
You need a little Mountain Dewski.
A old Mountain Dewski for breakfast when you're turkey hunting will help you kill more birds, guaranteed. And I don't have a John boat. I wished I did because I love John boats. Actually, that's what we need to buy because we got a bunch of little lakes and rivers by us now that we could slide a John boat in there and go whip up on some fish. So, sir, I resemble those remarks.
Aunt San Lorenzo says, worst take in the history of fishing. Okay.
Wow. Jeez. We'll try to do better, I guess.
This one, I think we'll end on this last comment because it's kind of my favorite.
Is it a hate or a love?
It's a hate.
Well, we got to end on love, Jacob.
Okay, well,
because we're about
there's
positivity.
Actually 2 in a row here. There's one that's a hate and the one that's a good one.
All right.
So, Jack Foss 231 says, I don't take advice from a big toe pretending to be a person.
Hey, just because my driver's license picture looks like a thumb that somebody drew a face on.
This is what I'm telling. Bass fishermen are smarter than golfers.
For sure. Just because I do not have a neck. I've never had a neck. Even when I was thin, I still didn't have a neck. I'd be like 6'6" if I had a neck.
Yep.
6'7" maybe.
Goldsmith Matt. Amen, boys. Top water's king. It is.
It is. Well, in closing, whether you hate or love us, we appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate the views. We appreciate the support. Please keep the comments coming. Tell us what you want to see.
They're funny.
Yep. Like we've always said, you can't hurt our feelings because we used to hold the flashlight for our dad when we were little. I am Jacob's dad, so, I've passed that tradition on. Damn it, shine it where I'm looking. And we've all been sent away to get the tools, and then we weren't sure which tool to bring, so we brought back a whole handful of tools, hoping that
one of them was right.
One of them is right. And they're like, what the hell is wrong with you? Don't you know what a damn 10 millimeter is? Good gosh.
I asked for a monkey wrench, not a crescent iron. Those are made up tools. Those aren't real things.
We've been there.
I will. We're going to end this kind of sentimentally. I would like to give a special shout out and all of our prayers to the Hosanna Church community in Watertown, South Dakota. Their church recently got struck by lightning and received quite a bit of fire damage. So, to everyone out there, the community has been great. Thank you for helping out, and we pray that it gets restored quickly and better than it was before. Everyone, we love you. Next week we're gonna have we're gonna back to some educational, serious stuff. We're gonna talk.
I doubt it.
Maybe not. We'll see what happens.
I doubt
some fishing tips and tricks. But seriously, thank you, all viewers. We love the hate. We know they're jokes.
We love the love as well.
We make the jokes on purpose. I literally cut out the part where like, oh, this will go viral. I'm gonna say this, and then we say the short and the real. So
Don't tell them
love
our
it.
secrets.
I just want, this is a positive podcast. So everyone, thank you for your comments. Thank you for your views. Have a good week. God bless you. Peace out.